Let's stinking do this. It is daylight savings fall back hour this. You know, like when you're leaving, I feel like I'm missing something. My water jug. Oh man, that's okay. Make some, we'll figure it out. Daylight savings is this weekend. Look at, we're getting dark outside, people. The winter is among us. And that is an awesome thing. Get an extra hour of sleep on Saturday night, and we'll get an extra hour of light in the morning. The sad part is that it gets dark an hour early. And I know my mom hates it, but you know what? Maybe it's just because I know I can't like control it that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. I will take daylight in the evening all day, every day. But I think in the wintertime, I tell myself it's kind of fun to get, it's fun to get dark quicker. Let's see if I could do something while I'm driving. I don't think I can. We can try. Let's see. Forgot to plug in. Let's do it. Oh yes. While we're recording, check us out. Hopefully that makes things sound better. Maybe that's what I was forgetting, minus my water, was my little $15 Amazon microphone. You know what I mean? Kind of need it. Right on. Got to be on a little news thing with a student yesterday. The student flew a drone, which was really cool, outside of the news studio, all the way in through this huge building and into the newsroom. It was pretty rad. And I get to be observed today, which is always fun, showing off to your admin all the cool things that your kids do in class. But I think it always feels like you're being watched. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I got to make sure all my kids do things perfectly. After last week of getting to observe other teachers, though, I was just blown away at what teachers do in a classroom. And I am a teacher in a classroom on similar campuses. Maybe I just deduct 1,000 points from my classroom because it's my classroom and I know the kids and I know, where things fall. But it was awesome seeing these teachers do what they do, and I'm pretty sure that to somebody else that doesn't see it day in and day out, it will be pretty impressive to see what we do. And that is a fantastic thing. These kids are going above and beyond, prepping for life after high school. A former student came by yesterday. She is doing something for like a Shark Tank pitch, and she wrote out a pitch deck for what her project, I guess, is pitching. And as much as she doesn't want to do it, she's like, hey, I think I'm just, it's a group project. I'm going to make one of my partners do it. After talking to her, she's like, nope, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to make myself do it. Nobody should get to read the pitch that I wrote. And the whole point of it is getting ourselves ready for the great stinking beyond. And we had a conversation in class yesterday about etiquette, and it was pretty interesting that some of the kids didn't know what etiquette was. Etiquette, and I was, that's probably what I would have said in high school too. I sympathize. I love that. Um, but how etiquette is something that is learned from being seen. I feel like it's not something you could teach in a classroom. I could tell somebody, hey, when someone looks at you, give them a little smile, or when are standing next to someone you don't know, be like, hey, my name's Kyle, nice to meet you, and stick your hand out. If you're walking through a door and dude, just stop for a second and hold the door open and hold it for the next person behind you. The simple little things of etiquette are, I think, what companies look for in people too. I don't know if it's a skill or not, don't really care, but more than anything, I was trying to teach these kids, and how do you learn? I don't know if it's something that is learned in a book. I think you have to see other people doing it and make the choice to do that every single time. And then we talked about how the military talk about professional etiquette at its finest, right? Bed has to be made a certain way. Your dress has to be perfect and pressed and shined. Um, if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. This whole idea of perfecting that and being on a regimen and sticking to it. And I would hire anybody that comes out of the military. I'm like, you just learned professional etiquette at its finest. I could tell you to go do something, and you are going to figure out how to go do it. You're not going to get lazy. You're not going to sleep in. You are built and programmed to just get stuff done. And along the way, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. When I went to CTEC last week, I walked into the fire class. Right as we walked in, somebody said, on your feet, and everybody stood up in the classroom, stopped what they were doing, hands behind their back, and just stared at me. And I was like, oh, just me, just observing. You guys are incredible. Have a seat. But it was pretty fantastic. A very respectful thing. It says so much about a person. I think that's why companies look for it. If you're the type of person that says, hey, welcome into the shop, my name's Kyle, let me know if you need anything. Hey, how's the weather outside? Just those quick, simple things that anybody has the ability to do. But it does. It says so much about us as humans. Do we have to have etiquette? No. Do people have to see our etiquette? I don't know. Do I feel like most of the time I am pretty good with my etiquette? I think so. Do I catch myself at times being like, oh man, missed opportunity. Totally could have moved seats and let that person sit there. Totally could have held the door open for longer. The elevator door, we don't have many elevators here in Bakersfield, which is a fun question. Why don't we have a whole lot of elevators in Bakersfield? And if I had to estimate how many elevators we actually have in Bakersfield, I don't know, 100? I'd say less than 100. I don't even know. We should call up an elevator company, elevator servicing company, and see if we could figure it out. But why don't we have that many elevators in town? And that's residential elevators for the fancy two-story houses, commercial. Anyway, here in Bakersfield, land per acre is probably 100th of what it is in LA. In LA, there's probably thousands of elevators because in order to build their big buildings, we're able to build warehouses this way. They got to build up. And I don't have an elevator. I don't know if I had an elevator, if I'd use an elevator, but if I had an elevator, I would hold it open for you. because I want to be an etiquette full etiquette. I don't know how to say it. I want to show people professional etiquette day in and day out. And I think you should too. I think it makes you feel better when you are a polite, kind human. And I think people want to be around that. Just that, that instinct politeness. Anyway, maybe not. Who cares? Getting to school earlier than normal, getting things set up. Got a busy day. A lot of good things. By the end of today, I will be celebrating because it has been a jam-packed week. And when things are jam-packed and you like finally get over that hill, not that I've been like waiting for it to pass, because then I think you like don't enjoy the moment, but just a lot of moving parts. So after today, after all the moving parts, excuse me, it turned out voice being gone, it's like a little bit of like a chest stuff, but not enough to like keep me down, you know what I mean? So we're going to power through it. Get a parent-teacher conference tonight, not with me, but with my 6-year-old. And anyway, I'm pumped to hear about how he's done. He got Student of the Week last week, Reading All-Star a couple weeks ago. Anyway, dude's a stud. Last thing I'll say, when I was on the news clip, there was a, I don't know, 6-year-old kid, so he's probably 11. He was doing the math live right before us and after us, but he was a stud of a kid, and we were in the little green room watching all this stuff happen, and his dad was in the green room with us, and just watching his dad was fantastic. I was telling my student, I'm like, dude, if my son was doing what that kid was doing, I'd just be so proud. This dad was just like recording it, couldn't stop smiling. It's pretty stinking special. So I got to go hear how my son's doing, and I think he's doing flipping incredibly. So that's why I'm pumped about it. Because had he not been this parent-teacher conference, just kidding. Anyway, it's Thursday, people. Therapy Thursday. Go do something therapeutic for yourself, okay? And instead of filming in 60 frames a minute, 4K, I did 30 frames a minute at HD, high def. No idea what that was. That video I posted yesterday was over a 7 gig video. Most of my videos on my old phone were like 500 megabytes. So ginormous video. I'm like, wait, I don't need to be that high def. No one really cares, Let's go back to 30 frames a minute. A second. FPS, cool, man. You guys made it all the way to the end.